Hi there. What is going on with the March Visa Bulletin? How's that going to impact you? That's what we're going to talk about in today's video. So stay tuned to see the latest on what is happening with the trends with the Visa Bulletin and if it's going to make any difference. So for the March 2023 Visa Bulletin, you want to use the dates for filing chart. Overall, this Visa Bulletin is similar to February, been lackluster, nothing exciting, but one thing that I want to highlight, one thing that is extremely important for you to note is that the family-based second preference FB2A category is current. That's great news, so let's celebrate on that. Now you might be asking, well, why should we celebrate? Well, the reason we should celebrate is because what that means is it's similar to immediate relative category for concurrent filing. So in this situation, since this is current, what it allows you to do is, for instance, you can file the I-130 at the same time as the 485. That's called a one-step filing. So for instance, this is very common with immediate relative categories if you're a US citizen filing for a spouse, but with the family-based FB2A category, you have to look at the priority dates. And now in this situation, it's current, so it allows you to do the same thing as if you were a US citizen filing for a US citizen spouse. What that means is that when you do a one-step, you can also file for work authorization and a travel document at the same time. Yes! So that allows you to get work authorization faster. It's recommended that you take advantage of this opportunity because I predict that this is not going to last forever. So while you have this opportunity, you want to get this filed. Now you might be wondering, well, okay, that's great if I'm in the US, because in the US you file the 485 and the I-130, but what about if I'm outside the United States? We'll continue with that consular processing so that you can try to get that interview scheduled as soon as possible. Now let's move on and talk about the overall dates. For the family-based categories, we have seen no change. So let's look at what the current dates are. For family-based first preference, we're at August 8th, 2016 for all countries except the ones I'm going to go over. China is at August 8th, 2016. India is at August 8th, 2016. Mexico is at December 2002. So that's well behind the other countries. And the Philippines is at April 22nd, 2015. Now, as I mentioned, the F2A category is current. The F2B is at January 1st, 2017. China is at January 1st, 2017. India is at January 1st, 2017. Mexico is at January 1st, 2002. And the Philippines is at October 1st, 2013. The family-based third preference category for all countries except the ones I'm going to list are at November 8th, 2009. China is at November 8th, 2009. India is at November 8th, 2009. Mexico is at June 15th, 2001. And the Philippines is at November 8th, 2003. Now I did get a comment on, well, how long is it taking for the family-based fourth preference category? And in this comment, you were asking me, well, okay, how long is it taking at the service center? What's more important than how long the service center processing times are taking are the Visa Bulletin processing times. The reason for that is because generally USCIS is going to adjudicate the case prior to what the Visa Bulletin times are. So let's take a look at what the family-based fourth preference category is. For all countries, it is at December 15th, 2007. It's taking about 15 to 16 years for these cases. In China, December 15th, 2007 as well. India, February 22nd, 2006. Mexico, even longer, April 1st, 2001. In the Philippines, April 22nd, 2004. Let's move on to the employment-based preference categories. With the employment-based categories, everything has pretty much stayed about the same. There has been some retrogression in the employment-based fourth preference category, which I will get to. Let's talk about the dates, then we'll get to the retrogression. In the employment-based first preference, all countries except the ones I'm going to list are current. China is at January 1st, 2022. El Salvador, Guatemala, Honduras, current. India is at June 1st, 2022. Mexico is current. The Philippines is also current. Second preference, all countries except the ones I'm going to list are at December 1st, 2022. China is at July 8th, 2019. El Salvador, Guatemala, and Honduras is at December 1st, 2022. India is at May 1st, 2012. Mexico is at December 1st, 2022. And the Philippines is at December 1st, 2022. So you'll see again that India is taking longer than any other country here. Let's look at the third preference. All countries except the ones I'm going to list are current. China is at September 1st, 2018. El Salvador, Guatemala, Honduras is current. India is at August 1st, 2012. Mexico is current, and the Philippines is current. Other workers, third preference, all countries except the ones I'm going to list are February 1st, 2020. China, November 1st, 2015. El Salvador, Guatemala, Honduras, February 1st, 2020. India is at August 1st, 2012. Mexico is at February 1st, 2020. Philippines is at February 1st, 2020. Now, here's where we see some changes in the fourth preference category. So all chargeability areas, except the countries that I'm going to list, are March 2022. There's been a change there. China had a change too. It's also at March 1st, 2022. El Salvador, Guatemala, Honduras is at April 15th, 2018. Now here's the biggest change here, where India retrogressed by about 1 year from April to April 1st, 2021. Mexico retrogressed around 6 weeks to September 1st, 2020, and the Philippines March 1st, 2022. We're going to continue to keep you informed. Make sure that you've subscribed if you haven't, so you can get the latest on processing times, the Visa Bulletin, and much, much more. I want to thank you for taking the time to tune in, share this with a friend so they can stay informed. Check out our other videos on the processing times, because we are keeping you informed about that. And if you're watching this video, you're bettering yourself. By bettering yourself, you're bettering your family. And by bettering your family, you're bettering the world. Thank you. Bye for now.